Buddy Son Storytime.
Vanilla Bean, a story about trying new things. Written and illustrated by Katie Turner. When it came to food, Bean didn't like much. You could say he was a picky eater. He didn't like strawberries or blueberries. He hated grilled cheese sandwiches.
Ugh.
He wouldn't even touch spaghetti.
Ugh.
But there was one food he did like: ice cream. Vanilla ice cream, to be exact. He liked it in a cone. He liked it in a cup. Bean was nuts about vanilla ice cream, but only vanilla. Miss Sunday's ice cream shop had the best vanilla ice cream. It had every other flavor too. Really, it even said so on the sign. Miss Sunday's famous ice creams. We have every flavor, really. Miss Sunday was making a banana split when Bean arrived.
Hello, Vanilla Bean.
One vanilla cone, please. Actually, make it a double. I'm really hungry.
Why don't you try something new today?
Asked Miss Sunday.
I have every flavor, really. How about banana?
No thanks.
Dark chocolate sea salt?
Nope.
Would you try birthday cake flavor?
No way!
What about sweetgrass with extra blossom toppings?
You gotta be kidding me right now.
Miss Sunday suggested flavor after flavor. Watermelon, rainbow, cactus, cereal milk, cotton candy, trout, orange juice, cookie, cloud, yarn, broccoli, wildflower. Bean rejected them all.
All right, vanilla it is.
Said Miss Sunday.
And you're in luck. I'm down to my last 2 scoops. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to clean up a little.
Sprinkles, rainbow sprinkles everywhere. There were even rainbow sprinkles on Bean's cone. Bean didn't want to eat this besprinkled vanilla cone. He only liked plain vanilla ice cream after all. But these were the last 2 scoops, and he was very hungry.
I like it.
Said Bean.
You like it?
Said Miss Sunday. He did. Bean ate up both scoops of vanilla ice cream, rainbow sprinkles and all.
So you like sprinkles now?
Said Miss Sunday.
Vanilla ice cream with rainbow sprinkles.
Bean corrected her.
And maybe tomorrow you could try a healthy fresh strawberry on top?
Asked Miss Sunday. Bean thought about it.
Maybe.
Said Bean. And just maybe he did. The end. Junebug, No Life Too Small by Nicole Daniels. Illustrated by Addie Rivera Sanda. This is June. She loves bugs. June likes playing outside. She helps her friends learn about all kinds of bugs and other small creatures and why they are so neat and important. Carter wants to stomp on ant hills to see them squish.
Stop!
June says.
There are whole cities and tunnels under these anthills, and it's where the ants live.
June teaches Carter that ants are hard workers and that they solve problems together. The ants are thankful. After it rains, June sees earthworms on the sidewalk. She carefully puts them back on the grass. Max and Luke ask June what she's doing.
Rescuing worms.
Says June. June teaches Max and Luke that when the sun comes out, the worms will get hot and dry up. Putting them in the grass will help them get back into the ground. The worms are thankful. June plays by the barn with her friends. Charlotte and Luna want to tear down spiderwebs because they are afraid of the spiders.
Let's not do that.
Says June.
Why not? Spiders are scary looking,
Says Luna.
But spiders work hard to build their webs and catch their food.
Says June. She teaches her friends that spiders can be good for helping people too, by eating mosquitoes. The spiders are thankful. June goes swimming in her friend Sierra's pool. She sees a beetle stuck on her back in the water. She gently scoops up the beetle and places her outside of the pool.
Why are you doing that?
Asks Sierra.
Beetles can get so tired of swimming that they drown.
Says June. June teaches Sierra that some beetles shimmer like a rainbow. The beetle is thankful. June watches bees float from flower to flower. Rowan and Ambrose want to trap the bees in jars.
Let's just study them from here.
Says June. June teaches her friends that bees are very busy helping flowers and other plants to grow, and it's better to let them work. The bees are thankful. At school one day, Caroline finds a cricket in the classroom. She is scared and wants to squash him.
Wait!
Says June.
He's scared of us too. Let's put him outside.
June finds a cup, carefully catches the cricket and releases him outside so that he can make beautiful music at night. The cricket is thankful. June and her friends find a field full of butterflies behind the playground. Cooper wants to catch the butterflies with a net. June says,
Let's take pictures of them instead. That way we can look at the pictures later, and the butterflies can stay free in this field.
June and her friends admire all the many different colors and patterns that the butterflies have. The butterflies are thankful. At night, June looks out of her window. It is dark outside, but June can still see some of the flowers in her yard by the light of the moon. She admires the fireflies slowly gliding through the air. She whispers goodnight to them before falling asleep.
Good night.
Good night.
The end. The Very Lonely Firefly by Eric Carle. As the sun set, a little firefly was born. It stretched its wings and flew off into the darkening sky. It was a lonely firefly, and it flashed its light, searching for other fireflies. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it. But it was not another firefly. It was a light bulb lighting up the night. Hear that noise? The firefly saw a light and flew toward it. But it was not another firefly. It was a candle flickering in the night. What's going on? The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a flashlight shining in the night. Quiet out there! The firefly saw a light and flew toward it. What is it? But it was not another firefly. It was a lantern glowing in the night.
Hey
Hey, stop fighting! The firefly saw several lights and flew toward them. But they were not other fireflies. There was a dog. And a cat. And an owl. Their eyes reflecting the lights. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a car's headlights flooding the night. Look! Wow! It's beautiful! The firefly saw many lights and flew toward them, but they were not other fireflies. They were fireworks, sparkling and glittering and shimmering in the night. When all was quiet, the firefly flew through the night, flashing its light, looking and searching again. Then the very lonely firefly saw what it had been looking for. A group of fireflies flashing their lights. Now the firefly wasn't lonely anymore. The end. Lost and Found by Natalie Champagnier. Illustrated by David Pavone. Summer camp was over and all the kids were gone. Dino Boy was left behind as everyone moved on. There was no more joy for this little toy without the love of a girl or a boy. Dino laid alone in a big box of sand when suddenly he was scooped up by a hand. Where was he going? Where was he bound? And why does that sign read Lost and Found? This was a room where things were forgotten. Toys made of plastic and clothes made of cotton. But Dino refused to spend his days on a shelf. He set out to escape and find a home for himself. Just then he heard a voice out of the blue. A unicorn mood ring said,
Please take me too.
Moody was excited and turned from black to red.
Please take me too.
Then another voice said, This was Hamburger Hippo, who ate when he was sad. He also wished to find the home he never had. The three climbed down and headed for the door, knocking down a music box that fell on the floor. The box flipped open and a girl twirled inside.
Please take me too.
Tina, the ballerina, cried. So Dino pushed hard and the window opened wide. Dino, Tina, Hippo, and Moody climbed their way outside. They came across a pool that seemed so gigantic. To little toys like them, it looked like the Atlantic. They tried to swim across, but soon began to sink. Moody was so scared, she turned from white to pink. Hippo went under, but his burgers stayed afloat. Dino said, Climb aboard and sail it like a boat. They sailed across the waters with Dino as their guide. They steered toward dry land and reached the other side. They traveled until they saw a rope's course so high. To little toys, it looked like a treehouse in the sky. They climbed and climbed and did not stop until they reached the very top. They grabbed onto vines and swung between trees, hanging onto Tina, who helped them trapeze. One step closer to the exit gates ahead. One step closer to a home and a bed. When they finally finished the ropes courses, they opened the gates and outran 10 horses. What a mistake! They had opened the stable. They tried to outrun them, but they were unable. The horses halted when they saw a shiny thing, a magical unicorn on a color-changing ring. They let Moody lead and gave her friends a ride to the summer camp gates on the other side. At last they reached the exit as planned, but once again they were scooped up by a hand. Back to Lost and Found they were tossed, without a home and forever lost. Tina tucked away her ballerina shoes. Moody turned blue with a case of the blues. Hippo kept eating his feelings away. Dino feared they were there to stay. The toys fell asleep, broken-hearted. Then the sun came up, a new day started. They looked out the window with tired eyes. A bus pulled up to their great surprise. Kids burst in and each chose their own toy. Dino was picked by a twin girl and boy. They held him close and hugged him tight, and just like that, his world felt right. Tina was found by a little girl. She leaped for joy and did a twirl. Hippo was chosen and felt complete. He no longer felt a need to eat. A girl slipped Moody on her ring finger. She never knew what joy this would bring her. Moody was hers, forever to hold. Happy at last, she turned into gold. Dino and the twins were homeward bound, with the love that makes the world go round. In his very own bed, Dino felt safe and sound as they read him a book called Lost and Found. The end.
Please subscribe.